It's Flip City Magazine, The Parodies, Special Edition, with savage send-ups of The Walking Dead, Star Trek Picard, Stranger Things, The Mandalorian, Guardians of the Galaxy, and more from the first 4 years of Flip City. Get Flip City The Parodies free when you subscribe in print at flipcitymag.com. The world's best satire magazine, and never, ever woke.
Lieutenant Rogers, this is a time-sensitive critical mission. You must pre-see the Nazi force and secure the artifact, then get to the extraction point before they arrive. Failure to do so will result in being hopelessly outnumbered.
It's time we take the fight.
The latest news we have of the Allied invasion of northwestern France is still in that bulletin from the Associated Press.
Fulfilling his high hotel.
Along the whole North African coastline, the Allies can strike simultaneously.
Space. A vast, dark void in need of exploration. Yeah, right! Space isn't about exploring, it's about getting rich. What's the fastest way to get rich? By collecting the splinters of Yggdrasil for glorious bounty. Too bad it's also the quickest way to get dead. Join Mistress Craven and her crew of scantily clad scoundrels as they sail the stars in search of the splinters of Yggdrasil. Magic, mayhem, and miniskirts in space. Go to abogrizzly.com to learn more. See you soon, matey.
yeah. It's not small. No.
Kiss my entire.
Oh, my darling, not 3 times on the ceiling if you want me.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome.
This is a man's world.
Wow! Hey, happy Unburdened Day. We are now unburdened by the malicious stupidity of the last 3 3/4 years. My only plea right now, Joe and Barack, because I know you're actually running the show, try not to get us all killed before January, okay? Can we just get back to where the real grown-ups are in charge without the world ending? That's all we're asking out of you right now. Just don't let Joe talk. Don't let Joe enter into any kind of public discourse with any foreign entity anywhere. Somebody get Kamala some Ativan to calm her nerves, and she can just quietly go the fuck away. And she can go beyond the view because they need to replace Whoopi at this point. This is the one day of the year that I think it would be hysterical and worth watching The View, Morning Joe over on MSNBC. Why? Because he did it. We did it because we're garbage. We did it because we got tired of mandates. We did it because we want to be able to afford groceries for our families. We did it because we don't want our kids to go fight in World War III. And we did it for Peanut the Squirrel. Just saying. Pick a reason. I don't care. We did it. We're out from under. Listen, I'm joined as always by a star-studded cast of heavy-hitting intellects and wits and kindness. Mr. Tanner Hurley.
Hey.
Welcome, Tanner. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to be here.
Oh, man, what a great day. Let's bring out, did Kitty actually show up, or did we get that other chick?
I think we got that other chick.
Damn it. Christy, where the hell is Kitty? Unmute yourself.
There's my intellect for you. I forgot to unmute. Sorry, guys. Kitty had an emergency. Her friend runs a squirrel farm in New York, so she had to go help move that friend out of New York to save all the squirrels.
Welcome.
I think she has a few raccoons as well.
Okay, good. I'm glad she's getting them out of there. We'll excuse her absence this time, but we're glad to have Christy with us.
Hi, Carrie.
Hello, Carrie.
Oh, I also brought all my girlfriends from Southern California.
Yes, they look happy today. These happy days are yours and mine. Happy days. Hey, we also have a friend of the show here hanging out with us today, a fellow creator and conservative, Mr. Chris Brown, the Laughing Rogue himself.
How you doing,
up, buddy?
Hey. Welcome to the show.
Been good seeing you.
Let's see that shirt, buddy.
All right, hold on.
It's the great Trumpkin, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Chris, good to see you. So I got to ask you, we chatted for a few minutes backstage.
Mm-hmm.
Send it around the panel here. And chat, I want to hear from you too. Did you guys just go to bed and say it's going to be what it is, and you woke up pleasantly surprised, or did you stay up through this nail-biting adventure last night?
I personally went to bed. I recently quit smoking, and I'm like, I'm going to want to smoke if I stay up too late. So I went to sleep and had faith that they weren't going to steal it. Scott told me, and also I invoked my feminine privilege as well. So, and that basically means I don't have to worry about it because I have a man in my life. Like all good women should. Invoke that feminine privilege. Don't stress. Anyway, so, but I woke up this morning and Scott said, yeah, they were trying to truck in millions of ballots into Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And it got stopped apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were watching in real time, and apparently that was the last 50,000 votes from all over. and they were trucked in, and then the gates closed, and the poll watchers were there from James O'Keefe, from Steven Crowder, from Elon Musk.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And we did the math. Even if somehow all 50,000 of those votes are miraculously for Kamala, it still wasn't enough to push her over. So we were calling Pennsylvania hours before anyone else did. It's like there's no mathematical possibility here.
I said it at the beginning of the night that the Amish were going to, because the Amish count was more than what he lost by last time. So
Yes,
there was no way he could lose PA.
Yeah, they flipped. What's that county? Lancaster County.
Lancaster. Yep.
They totally flipped it because I don't know what they did to piss the Amish off.
Oh,
but buddy, let me tell you something, buddy.
That's the dumb side.
The Amish rose up.
Yeah, Jacob, Jebediah, and all of them. We came up there, buddy.
Sketchbook in the house. He says, "Hail to the chief. Ho is on her way out the dough." Tree Goblin's here. Oi, Tree Goblin, good to see you. I've got a coffee flavored flapjack coated in fudge.
Nice.
You do you, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's morning in America.
Yep.
They took their milk.
No,
yeah. Listen, it was already, in my opinion, a losing proposition for them all along. She was the most unpopular vice president in history.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they finally called Michigan.
Yeah.
Finally, just now.
Yeah. They flipped. We flipped it.
Exactly.
Yeah. They pulled the bait and switch on the most unpopular president in history with the most unpopular vice president in history. And it didn't do them any good because, again, she had no stance, no defensible record to run on. And it was a shit show from the start. Hey, Wagner, what's up, buddy? Darren Wagner in the house. Good to see you. But then they made the mistake of letting her talk. And she opened that enormous pie hole on the front of her face, and a big bucket of dung fell out every time she talked.
Well, she can't go off script. I mean, anytime that happens, it's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, I mean, only Trump can ramble incoherently for 3 hours and still make it make sense. It still works. But it was already doomed. And then they killed Peanut.
Mm-hmm.
I did it for Peanut.
For Peanut.
For Peanut.
But yeah, when Miss Christie was saying about invoking the female privilege, that did happen last night. The wife asked me to stay up and make sure nobody cheated, so I stayed up. I stayed up till 4. Yeah, I was up until 4.
Yeah, I was on with Anthony did an election stream. So we were on till 3 o'clock in the morning, and we were determined we're not going to shut down this stream until at least one leftist media outlet called it.
Oh.
And MSNBC was the first one to throw in the towel and said, fuck it, she lost.
So it's the first time you appreciated MSNBC in years. You're like, thank God I can go to bed.
I did like during his acceptance speech, he actually said the MSDNC.
Yes. I love that no official entity had yet called the election, but Trump was already making his acceptance speech because he knew.
I knew it.
He had it.
You can't take this. I won. I got this.
Christy, would you get your pussy off the camera, please?
Lord,
no, everybody looks forward to seeing my pussy.
Yeah, I was watching Crowder at first. Yeah.
That's where I was. Yeah, I was watching that.
Love him or not love him, Crowder's willingness to be out there the way that he was a good thing. And, there are several things I think that tipped this thing. Elon Musk buying Twitter may have been the biggest game changer. There was no darkness they could hide in
Mm-hmm.
that could not be exposed on Twitter, and the reach of that platform is just unprecedented.
That's true.
Yeah, I saw James Wood on there, but I did not see him roasting Crowder. I need to go back and watch.
Oh my
that.
God!
How bad was it?
He was wasted, so it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was weird because it was almost counterclimactic. I wanted more meltdowns. I didn't get them. Jesus, I was just getting a drink all here. Stop showing your pussy. I was just referring to the cat. I don't know. I don't know where all your brains go, weirdos.
As a good Christian, I saw the furry animal, and that was all I noticed.
It's just odd that it matches her
winning personality.
The hair.
Oh.
Oh my God! Yes, the Ellen DeGeneres flannel that he had on.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick DiPaolo kills me.
I would like to sit in a room with him for like an hour, but I know I would probably leave crying.
Yeah, he's you would injure yourself laughing.
That dude has no mercy.
Right. So again, the positives that helped President Trump, or the attacks on him by the left, unceasingly. I don't know what you're talking about, Carrie.
Yeah, we don't know what you're talking about.
Jesus.
Where is Carrie's mind today?
There's kitties. She's Kitty. She's Christy. There's a pussy cat. There's a cat. It's self-writing. Self-writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when they were attacking 2025. So I don't know how many times you guys tried to watch something on YouTube or TV to have a Kamala ad run. And it wasn't even a little twisting of Trump's words. They were blatant lies. Trump's Project 2025 is going to make a nationwide abortion ban. No, he never said that.
Well, they sounded like they confused it with what was it, Agenda 47 or something like that.
Yeah,
which was complete. I mean, they were apples and oranges, but it seemed like they were.
And they Trump says he wants to end Social Security. Really? Show me that clip. I'll wait. Because he never said it. It was the blatant lies. Like even my one leftist friend who loves to debate more than he actually likes the left, he couldn't defend any of it. He was like, "Yeah, I got nothing." If your best attack is a straw man, attacking something that's not really there, boys and girls, it tells you how weak your argument is, doesn't it? People saw it. They saw it.
There are two things I want to see out of this. Okay. One, now Kamala has to certify her own loss.
Yes.
It's going to be freaking great.
Yes.
Two, when he said that he's going to return to the old ways, funding the U.S. with tariffs instead of income tax. Let's hope he follows that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Now we're gonna get there in just a second.
Sorry, I'll shut up.
No.
Wait, Chris.
I'm actually. We're gonna do our meme review, but we're gonna hold it till a little bit later because I want to talk about this from a few different angles today. The first one being where did it go? The reasons we did a little research ourselves. Exit polls that Christie conducted on why people voted for who they voted for. Tanner, if you could bring that up. The 5 reasons people voted for Trump: lower taxes, secure border, Haitians eating pets, he's a felon, Peanut and Fred. And then for Kamala, it was abortion, and abortion.
That's right.
Now, really, they could have said Orange Man bad and been the same good reasons. So that was our exit research.
You know, to be 100% honest, the final abortion actually was Orange Man should have been aborted, but that was too long to write.
Oh, okay. All right. There. That makes good sense.
Right.
He's a jolly good felon.
For he's a jolly
that
good
in my head all day now.
Now, I have my predictions. And I made these, and Tanner will testify that I'm telling the truth. I made these predictions before election night. So I'm just going to share with you. If Kamala had won, these were my predictions for the top 10 things that were going to happen. One, China would invade Taiwan within the first 2 years of the next term. Inflation would radically spike upward quickly, suddenly. Number three, Israel, being all alone now, would strike Iran's nuclear program and take it out. Why do I know that? Because they've done it twice before. Every time they have felt isolated and Syria tried it, Iran tried it. Well, Israel went and bombed it out of existence. Look up Operation Orchid and Operation Orchard. The Russia-Ukraine war would have escalated. God knows where that was going to go. Unemployment would immediately begin to skyrocket because the domestic energy sector would crash. Unchecked illegal immigration, because let's face it, they are in fact trying to replace a voting demographic. DEI would continue to cripple the American Armed Forces. Title IX would no longer protect women. And number 10, unconstitutional spending allocations like education or forgiving student loans, DEI, home ownership loans and businesses loans, etc., would be the order of the day. Trump, if elected, will immediately secure the border, work on a ceasefire in Ukraine, and they'll stop fighting. Israel will wipe out Hamas instead of going after Iran and nuking them. Domestic energy production will be unleashed. Thank God we'll be able to afford gasoline again. Unemployment will radically go down as job market and GDP increase. China will go, okay, maybe we won't invade Taiwan because that crazy guy's back in the White House. Women will be protected from DEI intrusions into their private spaces, including women's sports. Holy cow, decrease of the federal budget, and the government will get downsized. Those are my predictions. I want to see in this order: Department of Education, yoink, gone. Because it's been a failure year after year since its implementation. Both literacy rates and graduation rates have gone down every single year in spite of funding going up every single year. I call that a failure. Get rid of it. The EPA needs to go. The states can handle those issues themselves. The environment in the swamps of Louisiana is not the same as the environment on the Great Plains. You can't have a one-size-fits-all. EPA, fuck off with that. We'll start with those two. Next, we've got a Department of the Treasury, so that means you can get rid of the Fed and you get rid of the IRS. We don't need them. Get rid of them.
But they just created all those new jobs.
Well, funny you should say that, because I would not say fire those 82,000 armed IRS personnel, because they didn't want you to call them agents.
Right.
No problem. We're just transferring you to the border. You're now Border Patrol.
I like it.
Hey, Charles is in the chat. He says Michigan's finally been called for Trump. Yeah.
Miracles still happen.
Yeah. I think it was about an hour after it was called that there were already terror groups posting that they were just doing maneuvers. We're going to have a ceasefire now. We didn't mean anything. It was just practice.
Right.
Because they know FAFO.
Fuck around and find out.
Also,
they knew.
Sorry.
They knew.
No, go ahead, Chris.
Speaking of things going crazy this morning, I don't think it was 15 minutes after 6 when I got up that somebody already unfriended me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
they started putting up lies and things. And I said, guys, that's just not true. Well, if you can't, you have to leave. We're not going. Okay,
Hey,
later.
Stephen B.
Stephen B, my good friend, good to see you.
I ain't gonna lie. I went through, my Facebook. I was going through just to find out what was going on in the interwebs and everything, social medias, and I started noticing some people. I was like, I don't even know who you are, and I don't like what you have to say. So I did some unfriending of my own today.
Now, interesting to me though, Chris, have you been out today in the world?
Yeah, I went to the store. Yep.
Okay. All right. It's odd to me that we got called the Fourth Reich, and that we would all be. I can't look. I haven't seen any goose stepping down the streets.
No,
I have not seen rounding up of political dissidents. I massing at the border. I haven't seen any of that.
Mm-hmm.
My gosh, I just don't know.
Figure. I also haven't seen a mass of private jets flying to the UK or Canada like they said they were going to.
Oh.
Listen. I'm calling you out right now. Let's do it. We're going to brainstorm this one. Stephen King, you got to go. Get your plane ticket.
Well,
he was a hack anyway.
Yeah, you said you were going to do it, though, so get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pass it around the room. Let's keep naming celebrities that said they would leave.
No.
Cher promised to blow her brains out, and I think she's still alive.
Well, I think she promised to blow Joe Biden's brains out, but that's a different story.
Oh, okay. All right. Chris, what celebrity needs to go? They need to pack a bag.
Peace out, T Swift. We didn't like you in PA anyway.
Yep. Taylor Swift, get the fuck out. Tanner, who you got?
Oh, man, the only one I can think of is Whoopi.
Oh, nice.
Whoopi, get the fuck out. Now, Rob Reiner said he would set himself on fire.
Oh, did he?
So my response is, need a light?
Come on, baby, light my fire.
I got you covered right here.
Hey, Tank Ferret.
Hey, Tank Ferret, good to see you, buddy. Listen, I'm just telling you, there's someone has a poster meme on Twitter. If I could find it, I would bring it up, of all the celebrities that said they would leave or blow their brain, whatever. If Trump was elected. I want you to keep your promises. Get the fuck out, because we don't need you. We don't like you. We don't want you. Anybody check on the Avengers today? How are they doing?
Oh, man, I saw that too this morning.
Yeah.
I about died. Well, one, the realization of it, and I was like, oh my gosh, Tony Stark is the only real American. And they have 3 Captain Americas.
Your characters are more patriotic than you are, you filthy actors. Nobody likes you. You play make believe for a living, and you want us to take you seriously.
Well, no, you didn't see. Did you see the meme where it had Tony Stark saying he was going to go vote and everything, and then it had like the rest of the Avengers and why they couldn't vote? And so basically, Iron Man is the only one that was like patriotic, and he had 3 Captain Americas that couldn't do it for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, there was a
I'll find that one.
A live Zoom call where the whole cast, the MCU, were supporting Kamala for some reason, and I have yet to hear. And please, panel, chat, anybody tell me any one thing you heard someone say as a reason why they were voting for Kamala, not against Trump, but for Kamala. I have never heard a single reason.
Because no one can give you a real reason. Everyone's voting off of emotions.
I don't know. It's something about women. Something.
Christy's on the ground out in the left coast. Now, I just got to ask you, Christy.
Woo!
Is Antifa burning down cities out there yet?
No, but I've heard that there have been mysterious pallets of bricks left everywhere. And I got to say something. I really enjoyed this one political ad that they've been playing over and over in California for one of our state senators. And they say that California is number one. We're number one in human trafficking.
Oh, well, that's wonderful.
Number one. We're number one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the only thing I've heard was the screeing about abortion. To which I'm going to say the following, and listen to me if you're on the left or the right, and hear me clearly. It is no longer a federal issue. It has been returned to the states. Kamala couldn't make it happen for you, and Trump can't take it away from you. It's with the states. Now, I know that's hard for you, but if you go back, there's this thing called Schoolhouse Rock that was around in the 70s that explains how the government works. Go watch that episode a few times until it clicks about how shit works, and you'll understand. Okay. The 10th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States that says anything not delineated or empowered by this document is left to the several states. The word abortion is not in the Constitution. It ain't there.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but you got what's called a representative, and so if you got an issue, you reach out to your congressman.
This is correct. And with it returned to the states, just vote in your state election. Look, if you want to murder babies, murder babies. Okay, in your state. If you happen to think murdering babies is a bad thing, maybe don't vote for it.
I saw a meme today. It was said basically had a girl holding a poster and said my body, my right, and everything, and my decision, all that stuff. But then it had a picture of a baby, and it said, "Yeah, well, you make up your mind, before I'm conceived." And I was like, well, yeah,
I asked a leftist woman. This literally happened. I don't remember if it was Facebook or Twitter. She was my body, my choice. And I said, how long has it been your body? What? How long was it your body? Was it still your body when you were in your mother's womb? Because you didn't have a choice then, did you? Good thing your mom was pro-life. Chris, you're muted.
I say another good thing people aren't often thinking about is the he, she, it thing is no longer going to be in charge of your health.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yay!
This is correct. The DEI shit is over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Imagine, if you will, a bizarre world where people are chosen based on their abilities rather than what they identify as.
Right?
Novel.
Mind blown. Could you imagine flying on an airplane flown by the most competent pilot instead of the one that checked a box? Could you imagine rolling into life-saving surgery with the most competent surgeon instead of, I don't know, Rachel Dolezal? Fathom that, if you will.
Fathom, if you will.
So yes, that will be done away with, and thank God, the social experiment with our armed forces is it's over. It's over. Look, the job of the United States military is to break things and kill people. That's it.
It is.
Ain't a damn pronoun in the world that makes that more effective. Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, I know. I know, Carrie. But Carrie, so do you, because there was an Oxford guy, not Oxford, a teacher there at one of your schools who got fired because he would not accommodate a kid who identified as a cat with a litter box to shit in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, true enough, if we used the same metrics against the left that they try to use against everyone else, we're British. Us Fruit Loops get married to ghosts. Yeah, there was a woman that married a tree somewhere. I don't remember if that was us or you. Yeah. She married a tree. Look, I remember decades ago when Bill Clinton was in the White House, the issue was that gay people just wanted equality. Just tolerate us. Accept. Okay, here you go. And now here today, it's you must respect my pronouns. I identify as a furrian. You have to respect that, and you not only have to respect it, you must venerate it and worship it. Well, no, I'm sorry. Fuck you.
Well, my wife was
Apparently,
telling me about a gay Trump supporter that she came across, and how he was talking about how they just wanted to be left alone to do their own. They wanted equality, they got it, and all this other stuff they didn't agree with.
Right. Yeah. True story.
Well, the whole LGBT or the LGB community, they were subverted. I'm sure there's a
Yeah.
lot of people in those communities that do not like the direction
There
of
are.
the pronoun people and the tyranny
Yes. The
invoked
madness.
from that group. I feel kind of bad for the progress that the genuine, lesbians and gays and, the actual equality that they needed. Like, I feel bad for them that they got so badly subverted.
Yes.
That's something that I love about, doing Flip City is we have a lot of gay readers, and they love it. And I'm like, okay, cool. So not everybody thinks that we're just haters,
Right. Remember, one side claims to be the party of tolerance, love, and acceptance, and one side actually is.
Yep.
We'll love you and accept you exactly. You listen. If you identify as a bat and you want to dress up like Batman or whatever, cool. You do you. We will love you and accept you exactly as you are. However, you don't get to force your ideology on our children.
No.
You don't get to take away the rights of minors and women for your perversity.
Yeah.
Well, me and the wife were talking about things over coffee this morning, and we were talking about the difference between, like, if a guy goes down the street, streaking or whatever, they're going to get picked up by the cops, but yet they can hold a rally of some sort, pronoun rally or something, and be completely naked, and we have to respect that. No, there's no difference,
Yeah.
There was a video, Tanner. I just saw it 2 weeks ago. This guy called the cops on a man who was walking buck naked through a public park. This was in either Oregon or Washington. And the police said, yeah, as long as he's not doing it for sexual gratification, it's perfectly legal. And he goes, there's a law that says you can't expose yourself to minor children.
Yeah.
This is my minor child. This is a park. There he is. Go arrest him. They said no.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Now,
but
let's move off of that one.
Okay.
The economy. Here's the thing. I do not know, because even I'm not old enough to remember before income tax or taxation, when tariffs got everything done. If we indeed go that way, cool. But either way, here's what I do know. The less money we spend on the federal government, the less revenue is needed. This is simple math.
Yeah.
Okay. And President Trump is going to downsize the federal government. I can't see that as anything but good. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
Department of Governmental Efficiency, yes.
Yeah. Now, the other part of that is if we unleash our own energy sector. Now, one of my leftist friends tried to talk, you don't understand. It's a global market for oil. Yeah, who said it had to be that way?
Right.
How about this? We produce our own and we sell our surplus, and the rest of the world can go fuck themselves.
or buy our surplus.
Yeah. We'll give you a good price. But how about we do our own and we don't let OPEC decide for us what we pay? Why is that a hard concept to understand? Well, it's not. It's pretty easy.
Well, and they used to, if you wanted to support a cause, like unfortunately sending the hundreds of billions to Ukraine, you would buy a bond. Well, why can't we just go back to it?
Yeah.
If you want to support the Ukraine, not only put it in your freaking bio, go buy a bond. Don't take my tax money for the bull stuff.
We and Darren, we're playing your trailer for your sign up is in our rotation now. I don't know if you
sure is.
We played it at the beginning of every show for you, buddy. So I'm glad you're in the chat. I was actually going to DM you because I saw you had Torpedo Room opened up. It's a kind of a backstage we hang out in.
Okay.
And I saw you had the Torpedo Room open as I was going live. I'm like, bitch, if I'm playing your trailer, you better get your ass in my chat. Excuse me. No, don't lay off the links. Absolutely drop your links. It's not what I was saying. As a matter of fact, here in just a little while, guys and gals, I'm going to drop the link to the StreamYard in the chat and have some folks pop on here and share their experiences with us. Now, this brings me back to 1980 and 1984. Two of the biggest wins, landslides in history. Both times Ronald Reagan ran. Yeah, don't jump to conclusions. Conclusions are not stable ground to jump upon. And I was really hoping we would get something like the 1984 electoral map where Reagan took 49 out of 50 states. Wouldn't that have been wonderful? I mean, could you imagine if New York and California had flipped red?
Well, that would have been fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes us back to that idea of why the Electoral College exists in the first place. Because we don't want a few liberal cities telling the American people what they will and will not do.
Mm-hmm. It's bad enough that if you can turn a state, even if 90% of the state votes one way, the fact that most of the people live in one section is enough to then change it. That always bothered me.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I think it should be broken down. Each county gets a percentage of their total electoral college votes, and then if you win that county, you get that percentage.
Ooh.
I also think it's time to resect California. Too many electoral votes being ruled by too few people.
Yeah.
Because it's a predominantly red state with blue cities.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was getting at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But anyway, oh God, I digress. Let's try. Yeah, go ahead.
Am I insane? Because I could swear to God in heaven that I saw that either in Washington or Oregon, they stopped an Antifa riot last night as it was happening.
Yes.
Did I see that or not?
Yes, you did. Yes, you
Okay.
did. I saw it.
Huh. No, I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, it was in
I
Washington.
want to see that.
That's why I've been trying to find it, and I can't find it anywhere.
Yeah, and the police were broadcasting this very Orwellian voice going, "We support your right to peacefully protest. Do not interfere with officers who are doing their duty to preserve the peace." And I'm like, ooh, this is just like something out of Orwell, man. It was really weird. The link to StreamYard is in the chat. Wagner, jump in here if you want to. Tree Goblin, Carrie, everybody's welcome. If I know you. If I don't know you, I'm not letting you in because, weirdos be weirdos.
Even weirder than I am.
Even stranger than Chris.
Stranger and stranger.
I'm just really looking forward to once again being able to afford things. But more than that, I want to see, because we have Congress, I want to see Section 230 revised. Yeah, either gone or revised. I would love to see free speech protected everywhere. Okay, I'm not saying if you're a platform, you have to have this, that, and the other. No one wants to regulate what you're forced to say there, YouTube. Just a little equality in how you execute yourself, because otherwise it's not really free speech.
Mm-hmm.
And without free speech, societies die.
It's true.
All right, I think it's time to do some meme review.
Let's do some meme review.
It's time. Let me bring up our delicious menu here. All right. I don't know why it's not using Windows Viewer for this, but okay.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of squirrels today.
We may indeed see a lot of squirrels here. All right, here we go.
I love that one.
When you go into deep conversation with someone who also gets their news only from memes.
It's a starting point, at least.
Let's remember this. We fought a multi-billion-dollar multimedia enterprise with memes and won.
Yeah.
Warning, shoplifters. All items in the store are marked at $951. Non-criminal discounts applied at checkout for all paying customers only. The state of California will prosecute shoplifters under California Penal Code, blah, 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 blah. You know, think about how little your government thought of you, that they decriminalized people stealing from your hard-earned labor. Too bad. They stole $900 worth of stuff from you. And nothing we can do about it. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, guess what though? On the ballot in California was to change this law.
Really?
I haven't checked to see if it passed.
Check it.
It was the only thing I voted yes on. I will check it.
Yeah, check it. Let us know. Peanut famously said, "Hey, I've got information that could lead to the rest of imprisonment of Hillary Clinton." And then, rest in peace, Peanut. We love you. We have avenged you. Every meme is a tiny revolution. Orwell wrote that on his word processor. I can't afford food, and an illegal immigrant killed my family. You're human garbage, Jack. You want to know why they lost? Normie is realizing other countries can count millions of votes in a day or two. I would say in a day. Yep. Wait a minute. Project 2025 will load anyone using the word folks into a cannon and fire them into the sea. Jesus Christ. It was that kind of shit that helped us win also. No one is forcing you to have sex with me, but if you refuse, you don't get to work. Weinstein. And then Trudeau. We're not forcing you to take the jab, just taking everything away unless you consent.
Yep.
You weren't forced. Remember, the people that wanted to force that on you, to take away your jobs, your bank account, your livelihood, that made grandma die alone in the hospital, are the ones that were telling you, oh, don't mind all that. Just vote for us anyway.
Yep.
Look, if one is offensive to black but not offensive to women, I don't understand. And make it make sense for me. Imagine saying you stand for women's rights while letting men dominate women's sports and nominating men for Woman of the Year. You have indeed entered the Twilight Zone. No more. These things are now going to be in the past. I've already said woke culture has had its high tide. It's over. If you're ever really bored, phone a women's rights group and ask to speak to the manager.
Nice.
Just saw a trigger warning before 101 Dalmatians saying contains tobacco depictions. It also contains a woman trying to make a coat out of puppies, but sure, smoking. Girls with a time machine. I'm your grandmother, really? Boys with a time machine. Take this, find Peanut and hide. They're coming. Because damn right we would. For Peanut. God bless Peanut. You ever been so racist that you won an Ellis Island Award for patriotism, tolerance, brotherhood, and diversity alongside Muhammad Ali and Rosa Parks? Donald Trump did. By the way, if you don't know who Rosa Parks is, don't vote.
Oh, jeez.
Just because you legally possess a gun in the sanctity of your locked home, that doesn't mean we're not going to walk into that home and check to see if you're being responsible and safe in the way you conduct your affairs. The fuck you are.
The redneck side of me is kind of sorry that didn't try to happen.
You know, I'm just saying. The fuck around and find out principle is a law of the universe.
Well, they are saying that is why one of the big demographics now was Gen X, because we just said you effed around too much.
Yep,
sorry.
Exactly right. Exactly right. You came after our kids with your perverse ideology, and you tried to come for our guns, and you came for our free speech. That's enough. That's enough.
Yep. We were comfortable with leaving you alone. You decided to poke the bear.
Yep. Democrats be like, well, at least we have abortion.
Yeah. Madre.
This was going to be one of the memes had the crazy woman won, but she didn't. Look what we averted. Freedom! Listen, I don't know about you guys, but if you don't love Gina Carano, there's something wrong in your head.
Seriously.
She's a strong woman.
Yeah, Gina, just so you know, I know you're an avid watcher of the show. I love you too. Getting a little too frequent with the PMs. My wife's getting a little concerned, but we love you too, and we hope you win your lawsuit against Disney.
Jesse.
Yeah, I kind of like Dilly Gap fighting.
This one just, oh my God, this did drop last night. Now it's fake, obviously, but it dropped.
What?
At about midnight. And I laughed so hard I thought I was going to die. You stupid bitch. It's not murder. Jews aren't actually people. It's not murder. Babies aren't actually people. Do you kind of see something here? But they call us the N-word.
Right.
I've been saying it like that for years.
Yep.
They don't, but you know.
The radical idea that maybe you shouldn't kill human beings because they're humans.
If I were to come on here right now and I were to take that fluffy little squirrel that usually, by the way, I do have actual squirrels in my freezer because I like eating squirrels. If I were to take a squirrel, dip it in a vat of acid, and then laugh about it and post about it, what would happen to me? Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But I've seen people do that every day with children.
Yep.
And they're celebrated.
This is what catastrophic sea level rises looks like. Okay.
Right.
And for this reason, quick, let's tax ourselves to death. You know, make it make sense.
Like the guy said, if they were actually rising, they would not be buying homes on a beach.
Exactly right. Now, for those of you who don't know, it wasn't just Peanut. Oscar helped get us there too. Because we're all garbage. We're all garbage. If Peanut the squirrel was an illegal immigrant who was dealing fentanyl and raping women in New York, Democrats would give him $5,000 and a cell phone. True story. Truth hurts. And now for the spiciest meme of the week.
Nice.
Who would you rather have babysit your children? Nazis or transgenders?
So it's either clean your room and take a shower, or cut your junk off.
Yeah.
I'll risk the shower. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe not the shower, Chris.
I'm just going in with the spicy.
Hey, Wagner, welcome, buddy.
Hey.
How are you?
Just enjoying the memes and looking for that Biden, you stupid bitch one somewhere. Gotta find that. That and spread that.
I will send it to you, Darren. I will send it to you so you can share the love. I was on. Were you watching the Anthony's stream last night? The election stream?
I don't think it was. No, I wasn't. No.
Okay. Well, if you were, when that one popped up and someone shared it, I disrupted the whole show because I laughed so hard I almost barfed out a lung. You stupid bitch.
Yeah. He could say it. He couldn't say it. I mean, he's well past fuck it at this point.
Yeah, what's he got to lose?
Yeah.
I mean, he had a MAGA hat on a couple of weeks ago.
Right?
Yes, exactly. That was an epic moment. I'm not gonna lie, that was an epic troll moment. He's like, "Fuck y'all, make America great again."
Yeah, I still don't know the story behind that. Did he put it on himself, or did somebody slap it on his head?
He put it on.
He put it on himself.
He put it on.
Really?
Yeah.
For a few seconds, long enough to take pictures, and then he took it off again. But that was it.
He was trying to have an endearing moment, which never works for Joe because he's such a slime ball.
I kind of liked Red Brandon a little bit.
Yeah, Red Brandon. I have the feeling that, hey, Rex, good to see you. I have the feeling that in a few years, after Trump's term is over, when they have ex-presidents on Meet the Press, Trump won't get invited to those things. And he wouldn't go if he was.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear, though, 900 rallies that he has done? 900 rallies.
Wow.
Yeah, he's got that energy.
At his age, having that kind of energy. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, just if you haven't seen it, this is the
yeah.
Yeah, and this is their apparent.
No, don't mute it. Listen to the.
There it is.
They're all on bikes.
Yeah, I know.
What a bunch of pansies. They're not the Hell's Angels, are they?
Are you? I saw the recruiting poster for Antifa that said, "Are you a 90-pound weakling who is nutritionally deficit and have a small intellect but a large sense of outrage? We may have a job for you."
I was going to say, remember when ruffians looked rough?
Yes, yes. Oh my God, I'm surrounded by an Antifa mob. Yeah. Oh, what should I do? Well, just hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Just, wait a minute. Malnutrition will take care of it in a second.
Well, there. Okay, Darren, your joke was better than mine. We'll just wait a minute. They'll die of starvation.
Yeah.
I'm always saying, I'm so broke that, I'm only good for one fight. But in that instance, I think I'll be okay.
Nothing to get excited about. Keep the heart rate low. Just ding a few taters. They'll fall down. They'll cry. It'll be over with.
Well, remember that footage where some guy, remember the Proud Boys hit an Antifa guy and he went stiff, like one of those goats that you yell at and they get stiff and they flop over. It was just like that.
I didn't see that.
That was one of my most favorite Proud Boys versus Antifa
right,
was that
Steven.
one. Because it was like whoever was the cinematographer for that, awesome.
Yeah,
It was great.
there was another one, and I know you'll remember this one. The little Antifa guy tried to sucker punch a guy, and the guy standing next to him, this big old guy, caught his punch.
Yes.
Yeah,
And he just
I
went
have
like this.
that one.
And goes,
Yeah.
I was like, that was one of the most badass moments I've ever seen in my life. Caught the punch.
Yeah, which is something that usually that you only see in comic books and some movies and TV
Right. Rex says Darren jokes are better. Well, Rex, I love you too. Piss off. It's my show.
Yeah, the
The
main
link
purpose
is
of a guest is to make the host look good. So
the
stop
link.
it.
Rex, there's the link if you want to pop in and share your adventure with watching the election last night. You're certainly welcome to do so. You too, Stephen B. Billy Powermax in the house. Good to see you, Billy Powermax. Billy was hanging out with us last night. We had quite a few Atlantans watching, and they would not call Georgia on the national outlets, even when Georgia had called Georgia. It's like they've called it here.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
I don't know what happened to EVS last night. He made this announcement he's going to stream all night, and his stream only lasted 29 minutes. I don't know if he had internet or personal problems. I know his wife isn't feeling well, but
I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, Fulton County is incredibly corrupt. So is Henry County, by the way. Not Henry, Clayton.
Yeah.
Clayton County is horrible.
Yeah.
There was a gentleman in Clayton County. Hear me on this. 3 years ago now, this gentleman was accosted by 3 guys who tried to rob him outside of his own home. Guy had his arm in a cast. The gentleman defended himself against 3 attackers. Wow. One of them fell backwards, hit his head, and died. And my man is in prison for manslaughter for defending himself in front of his own home. Clayton County.
They don't want people defending themselves anymore.
Yeah, heaven forbid.
That is worse than murder now. It's like, you were just defending yourself.
Welcome, Stephen B.
Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, buddy.
Long time no see.
I can't turn the camera on right now. I got a cat in my arms, and I'm not allowed to let go.
You got a pussy in your lap? That's what you're saying. Mute your YouTube, Stephen.
And now it's off my chest. Hold on.
Don't move the pussy. Show the pussy. Kitty's looking for her pussy.
I know. Left.
Aw.
He's smelly.
Stephen B.
Yeah.
Mute your YouTube.
It is muted.
Okay. You're echoing for some reason.
Aww.
There. Look at that.
Look, he's a chubber too. And I didn't mean Steven, the cat.
No, Carrie, it's a southern thing. We call cats pussies. That's where it comes from, pussycat. Where's the echo coming from? I'm going to mute Stephen B and see if it's him. Hold on. Testing 1 2.
Check.
Testing 1 2. Yeah, see, there's an echo. It's you, Stephen.
It's me?
It's you.
Hold on, let me see if I can fix this. All right, how about now?
Testing 1 2. Much better.
Yeah, I can hear you.
But now we can't see you. Come back.
I know. Come back, Steven.
Who left? We lost Chris.
Chris had to go.
Oh, that's right. He told me he couldn't stay for the whole show. My bad. But anyway, thank you, Chris Brown, for coming out, Laughing Rogue. We're going to actually have him out again here pretty soon to talk about his most recent projects. Laughing Rogue is he makes games and writes books, and they're fun. I can attest to the fact that they have been game tested here in my home, and people have fun playing his games. What are we looking at here, Wagner? Oh,
I got a kick out of this one. Yeah, I thought Tulsi Gabbard as Wonder Woman was a masterstroke there.
It is.
And,
who is Flash?
Vivek.
Oh, Vivek. Okay, all right.
Yeah. You got Kennedy as Aquaman. You got Tucker Carlson as Captain Marvel Shazam.
Okay.
I don't know if I would have put Joe Rogan as the Green Lantern instead of
right.
Ron Paul,
but still.
Yeah.
All right, I'm trading memes with you. You got to send me this one.
Okay.
You send me that one, I'll send you the you bitch.
Alrighty. Somebody said it was racist to put Elon Musk in place of Cyborg. I'm like, what? He's an African American.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Well, you can't argue with it.
Yeah. But yeah, Vance as Batman is just
yeah.
Anyway, I'll stop sharing that.
Stephen B., what is going on with your campaign here recently?
I'm still working on the books. I don't want the campaign to start until the books are done. I'm trying to get them done before this year ends, and I still have a few more pages to go. A few more pages to cover. I got more pages for now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just need to keep hammering.
One of the hardest working guys in indie comics, Stephen B.
Just trying to. I did the best I can to try to work all night, and then and be careful to not fall asleep and hit my head on the table and start going on the.
Been there. Been there. Come on, you can make it one more panel. And you're so loopy, you're so delirious that as you're inking a line, you go, what am I doing right now?
At that point, you can't think straight. You can't.
You're done.
And it's like, okay, I need to go to bed.
Yep. Go to sleep.
You, I bought some paper recently, and it has that watercolor consistency, paper to it. Man, tried inking, and it's real shaky, because I'm hitting all those little divots and everything, with the quill, because I do everything old school.
Right.
Like that was a mistake on my part.
Oh my God, this one's good.
To show a little bit of a taste here.
Ooh. You got some on me, Doc.
Sorry about that, buddy. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
I gotta bring this one up for you guys.
Wow.
Where the hell did StreamYard go? There it is. You get lost in your own. Let's embiggenate Stephen B. Oh yeah, here we go.
So that's the cover for Bad Moon.
Nice.
Last days of the Bad Moon. Now Billy Power Max is the writer of this and creator. Billy, have we seen the last days of the Bad Moon, you think? I hope so.
I like what you did there.
Charles just sent me this one. If you add that to screen for me, Tanner. Sorry, this is my last order. I got a promotion, a really big one. Some would say the biggest. You're not going to believe it. And look at who the customer is.
Oh man,
I would love to know what happened to that person because
right.
I can't even tell if that's a man or a woman at this point.
Me too.
So if if it's a woman, they can't. If it's a guy, they can just grow facial hair and try to disguise themselves, and have a different look from now on until this all blows over, which it won't because that was 2016. But but if it was a woman,
I have the info on that actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
So that person's name, they changed it from Devin to Butch. They shaved their head and got their skull tattooed all over. Grew a really big beard. They quit taking soy and estrogen, and they went and they worked out in the gym and became very butch, and they're living happily ever after now.
No.
No, I made all that up. I made all of that up.
Well, I am looking forward to the inauguration, and hopefully we get something as good as that screaming.
Yes. Oh, that's another celebrity that's got to go. Madonna, get the fuck out.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, forgot
get the fuck out.
Her.
Bruce Springsteen, get the fuck out. All of you celebrities, look, I'm not going to let them forget. I've got the meme saved somewhere of all the celebrities that said, if Trump wins, I'm leaving. I will hold you to it every day that you exist on Twitter until you block me, and then I will create alts just to troll you.
Okay, so according to the Des Moines Register, that the woman in that it was apparently a woman in that screamed. It was from Iowa. Jana DeVilder was her name, and she has moved to Australia. She actually made good on.
She did.
Celebrities, claiming that they'll move away.
You know what? More respect. I respect her now.
Yes. Yeah. Bigger balls than Bruce Springsteen, lady.
Well, they've upped it. They've upped it now. There were celebrities talking about killing themselves if
Rob Reiner
drinking Drano and shit. Yeah.
Rob Reiner. Right here, baby.
Bette Midler said she would drink Drano or something. She had a Drano.
Yeah. See you, Bet. Some say love. It is some Drano. Oh God, that's a good one for Flip City, Christy.
What, drinking Drano?
Some say love. It's drinking Drano. Bette Midler, The Rose. Come on, it's her biggest hit.
Sounds good.
Saturday
hey,
night.
well, one thing that has had a 4-year break is right at the beginning of Flip City, we had a whole group of characters called the Resistocrats, which included Madame and Slob Weiner and all that. So that might resurface. We're gonna see how these Resistocrats are doing, in the next 4 years.
Nice.
I'm
Where'd Doc go? Oh.
I'm right here.
There he is.
I was laughing. I was laughing so hard I coughed my brains out. Hard laughter is rough on me, you guys, and this show makes me laugh. Celebrities are in no way any smarter than anybody else, boys and girls. But they are wealthy, so they're not impacted by the struggles that everyday Americans have to live with. Keep that in your weak little mind, leftists, the next time you hear one of them espousing political views. Huh? Yes? No?
Maybe.
All right. We have arrived at the end of the show. We have now unburdened ourselves from the burdens. Maybe now Kamala has some free time. She can toilet train her supporter, anger turd. Okay. All right. All right.
Mention being her husband right now.
I think that poor bastard the whole time has just been going, whatever, Kamala, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
You better do this because I'm going to be the next president. You ain't going to be shit, bitch. Shut up. Don't make me go out campaign.
I sent you that file you wanted on Twitter and then a different one as well.
Okay. All right. Every week, boys and girls, here at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Coffee Shop, we share a tasty bumper crop of memes throughout the week. This week, there ought to be a savage haul. Looking forward to the show next week.
Oh, man. Yeah.
And here's a little behind the scenes for you. I create the StreamYard live stream about 24 hours before we go live so that it's all set up and ready to go. That means loading up the memes and the thumbnail for YouTube. The original thumbnail was a question mark that was half blue, half red. I didn't know how the election was going to go. So we were ready to go in either direction. As a matter of fact, I'm going to, let me see if I can find it real quick. The thumbnail for had it gone the other way is right here. Tanner, if you would be good enough. This was the thumbnail. Oh, I'm so glad that at 2 o'clock in the morning I got to change to the one that we ended up going with. Thank God. I did privately say to everyone that heard me, it's going to be a landslide for Trump unless they pull off a cheat like they did in 2020, because they did. And now we've seen with our own eyes, they did try it in a couple of places, but there was just too many eyes on, thanks to right-wing independent media that just said, oh, fuck no, you're not stealing this one. Fulfill your freaking gender role. Sign up for dinner. How many signups have you gotten, Darren?
Well, let me take a look. That's a good idea. I should have 4 coming on.
4 people? 4?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Wagner has a book that's in sign up right now, Demi-Foot. It's a gentleman who gets bitten by a radioactive Sasquatch.
No. well, kinda. I mean, it's not like that, but yeah.
But I'll say this: I'm going to sing your praises a little. Wagner was kind enough to send me his book that's available on Amazon called Captain Steel. It's a little anthology of kind of Twilight Zone type semi-horror, and it was a good read. I enjoyed it. Now the evening that I got it, it was late in the evening. So I kept nodding off 3/4 of the way through the first story. I could not make it off that page. I kept nodding off. And by the way, that's a compliment, because a book that holds my interest long enough for me to get sleepy is a good book. Other such books were Tom Clancy novels. Okay. That happened.
Yeah.
So that's
I sent you on Twitter. I sent you an image of the cover if you wanted to show them what the cover looks like.
Yeah. I'll do that.
Yeah.
But
38 signups currently.
All right, 38 signups. We got to get this guy's signups on up there. I'll tell you what, Tanner, go ahead and play the Demi-Foot trailer again, and then we'll let Darren give us a little synopsis here. Yeah, baby. Hey, before I forget, I did have a celebratory little stinger here for us today, Darren, before we dive into Demifoot.
Suppose you run your business and let me run mine.
I want to break free. You can go your own way. Go your own way. Better set me free, 'cause I'm highly on, running free. A little bit better than it used to be.
A new age has begun. An age of freedom.
Unburdened. Hell yeah.
Break free.
Free to do what you want to. Wagner, tell us about Demifoot.
Demifoot is a specific. It's a comic book, first of all, just in case you didn't know. John Dillard will be illustrating it if it becomes reality. It is a specific superhero subgenre called the monster hero. So we're looking at characters like the Hulk and Swamp Thing and the Thing and all that kind of stuff. Okay, that's the cover for Captain Steel, which is a book that I have available on Amazon right now. If you want to get that, if you ordered it today, you'd get it probably by Friday. And John Dillard did the cover for me on that one. That's a what I call speculative fiction and into a little bit of horror.
Nice.
Very Twilight Zone-ish.
Yeah, the main story is Captain Steel, which is a novella I wrote while I was on board USS Trepang. I got special dispensation to bring a laptop computer on board, which is unheard of back then. But right. They let me do it, and I wrote that novella while we were going on our decommissioning cruise, where we started in Connecticut and ended up in Bremerton, Washington, by going around the circle of the Earth. So. And we won't go any further into that discussion, but anyway, so that's where it came from, and at this point in my life, I've always been looking for that sort of sensory deprivation tank experience again, because that's always better for writing. And I think anyway, when you lock yourself in a room and there's nothing to look at, it just does wonders for your brain power. But no, Demifoot is a genesis of that came from me being a conspiracy guy and also a Bigfoot enthusiast. I don't call myself a cryptozoologist because anybody can call themselves that, and there's no credentials needed to be able to say that. So I'm like, why bother? But
conspiracy theory headquarters,
right
above you, right there.
You got to come on my show. We have a conspiracy wheel.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah, it's fun.
But I was listening to enough of these firsthand accounts of people that had encounters. I'm thinking, if a human being could do all this, they basically could be a superhero. And then that started getting my gears rolling. I thought,
yep.
Well, what if we had one? Somebody who could do that kind of stuff. So the Demifoot, as the name implies, is in a physical condition where he's somewhere in between a human being and a Bigfoot. So he's got enough of their abilities, like their camouflage abilities, and obviously their physical robustness and things like that, to be an effective crime fighter, although he's not. His agenda is a little bit different than that, but he ends up fighting crime anyway, just because crime is always in the way.
Yeah.
And so I'm having a lot of fun with setting it in Wisconsin. Wisconsin doesn't have enough superheroes. That Wisconsin, right? They've got a couple. They've got the Badger from
Mike Barron.
Mike Barron,
and then also Marvel has a group of
the Great Lakes Avengers.
The Great Lakes Avengers out of Milwaukee, but they hardly ever use them. So it's like, okay, I want to make like what I think is a real Wisconsin superhero. So if you saw in the trailer there, the car that he halts in the alleyway is an AMC Pacer. AMC used to be, before they went away, it was a mark of state pride that you owned an AMC vehicle, because their headquarters, heart and soul, was Kenosha, Wisconsin.
And what did we say? What did we say to you backstage, Darren?
Yeah, never talk about that. I know, but I just
no.
give you an idea.
The opposite. We said more Pacer, or we're not buying the book.
Okay, yeah. It's funny because John Dillard, when I give him a script, he's like, he was saying, can you just make it a car that I'm already familiar with? I'm like, well, I can give you any kind of pictures you want. And thank you, Carrie. And by the way, also thank you for what you said about Captain Steel earlier, Doc. I don't think I said that earlier when you talked about it. But anyway, and so I'm having him draw Matadors and AMXs and Javelins and all kinds of
the Javelin.
Yeah,
I love the Javelin.
I said the first
Hornet.
The Hornets are in there. Yeah,
that was a great car.
Yeah, the police cars in Cooley City, where the which is a thinly veiled name for the city that I live in, and it's just an exaggeration of the city I live in, La Crosse, Wisconsin. All the police cars are Matadors, and I said, all you got to do is put in a couple of key features. I mean, the idea is that in this world, AMC never went away. So there's a brand new 2005, Matador, somewhere.
Nice.
As you need to be recognized as a Matador, and you're fine. And so I think he's having some fun with that. I hope. But anyway.
So anyway, our boy gets these powers.
Yep. And he becomes a cryptid magnet, basically.
Yeah. I love that one of the iconic differentiations that Darren made was, he's got to look a lot like a Bigfoot, but he's got this perfect coif of human hair on a baby face.
Yeah,
I love it. I love that.
One of the first scenes I wrote out was when he first looks in the mirror and sees what he looks like, and he's been transforming over the course of like 3 months. He's been in a coma, and he wakes up. So you imagine that you go to you're minding your own business. All of a sudden, you wake up in a strange place and look in the mirror, and you're this thing. And he's got that long, grungy hair that some Sasquatches are purported to have. And he's like, well, the only thing he can do to try to make himself look anywhere near normal is to take a Flowbee and cut his hair and give himself a contour haircut. And it really doesn't work, but he's going to do it, because it's the general principle of the matter. He's not going to run around looking like Kurt Cobain.
By the way, I don't have to imagine that, Darren. It happened to me.
Yeah.
I was a young, attractive male in the prime of my life, and I woke up looking like this. Come on.
Abbo, to this day, sorry.
Abbo, if you're still there, by the way, I want to get you on the show here pretty soon. Mo and Joe, you guys need to come out here again, and let's have you on, and let's talk all things splinters of Yggdrasil. Say that word. Yes, thank you. We got to have you guys out here.
Okay. I mispronounce everything.
I do. I normally
That's
don't.
what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
I pride myself on being articulate. And yet there are certain words like, by the way, I have a hard time and have to slow down and go with shoulder versus soldier. So when I was helping out an army unit and a soldier's shoulder was injured, I had to be very careful how I said that. Yeah, try it. All right, we're going to wrap up there. I want to thank again Tanner, as always. Thank you for coming out, brother.
Oh,
Christy,
definitely.
Always wonderful. Listen, reach out to Kitty. Let her know that we truly appreciate what she's doing on behalf of Peanut survivors.
That's right. I will make sure she knows.
Yeah, let her know that yesterday was all about for Peanut. That's the whole reason that we elected Trump. Stephen B., thank you for coming out, buddy.
You're welcome.
Been missing having you around.
Absolutely.
Come hang out more often.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
I know. Wagner, always great to see you, buddy. Again, Captain Steel was a great read. Get you a copy, Amazon.com. We're going to drop a link right here for you.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to do that already. All right, hold up.
Yes, Stephen.
All right. Before we go, about 3:35, I think I said this. Yeah, 3:35 is episode 15 of Bowcat Studio standalone drawstream.
Nice.
All right. Apex Comics in the house. Magna Comics coming soon. Good to see you, buddy. There's the link, by the way.
Nice.
For Captain Steel on Amazon. And Stephen B is going to be going live around 3:45 on a draw stream. I will try to join you Steven, if I get done, as soon as this is over, I got to run some errands, but I'll try to get back and I'll come on with you.
You'll have a link ready.
All right. I appreciate you. Again, I'm Doc Blaylock, your host. This is Doc's Coffee Shop, where there's no soy here. There's no woke here. And by God, we're back to being America here today. Tanner, play us out of here.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I'm tired of talking to you.
And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven, because it hasn't.
Well, what do you know? I finally got the last word.